tonight we are on our way to Sochi Geico. First we had to find the bus station would take us there. It was sort of a small hidden place, and we were did a lot of walking around before we actually found it.
Kind of clammy, kind of sweaty.
Yeah, but there were several helpful people along the way that tried to help us as much as they could. We certainly appreciate that. So we're on our way there now.
Trying to go to the archaeological site. Hopefully this is the right bus that'll take us there. If not, it's another adventure.
Right. We could be going somewhere completely different than where we think, but we're pretty sure that this is the bus. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. Well, we managed to get on the right bus that dropped us off at the entrance to Sochi Geico, and so we're about ready to go in now. We just thought we'd show you the little cobblestone road that we walked in, and you know, we did what we do. We just get on a bus and come here, whereas a lot of people would want to do a tour and stuff like that because there's a certain kind of safety, I guess, that goes with it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are as adventurous as Mark and I are. There's a car coming, so we got to get out of the way.
We got to move out, yeah.
So I don't think other people are as adventurous as Mark and I are, you know, as far as, you know, taking a bus, getting there, paying $1 for the bus,
yeah.
a US dollar for the bus, or what was it, right. 20 pesos
right.
Each to get here. They would do a tour and not worry about anything, where we just kind of go, nah,
yeah.
you know, part of the adventure, we'll figure it out.
We roll the dice. Most of the time it turns out pretty well for us.
2 times it hasn't.
A couple times it hasn't, but
once in Mexico
okay.
and once in Ecuador. So we're going to show you the path that we just walked from where the bus let us off. It's actually pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty paved with cactuses, and anyhow, it wasn't too bad. The cobblestone walking on it. So anyhow, we'll pay our fee and get in and show you some more video. Adios.
We just paid our entrance fee here. It was 80 pesos per person. Now we're inside the museum looking around, and then we'll head outside.
And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the archaeological site is way out there. So I think this is going to be quite a hike. So here's a couple of, well, this is a jaguar. Jaguar on wheels. Oh, this guy doesn't, I don't know what he's doing. He's upside down. So this is the entry so far. They told us you can't video, which I don't understand why you couldn't. Makes no sense. I mean, people do it all the time. So anyhow, we got a long walk ahead of us, so adios for now.
So after a bit of a hike, we made it to the top here. I think there's a pathway that we can actually climb to get up there, so we're going to go check that out.
Yeah, you go for it, babe. I'll be down here.
So this is more video of these stone monuments that they had here. They were mostly used for religious gatherings, temples, stuff like that, by a number of the different Mexican cultures, the Mixtos, Toltecs, even the Aztecs. There's some more of the ruins that I don't think you can get to, but I also wanted to just pan around and show you the view from up here. It's amazing. You can just look out over the valley and see for quite a ways.
And by the way, it's hotter than Hades up here. There's a breeze, but it feels like it's about 110. It's really hot.
It is hot. It's not 110. It just
no, it feels like it, but it's not.
Hasn't gotten any cooler up here, has it, honey?
It's hot.
This place is also called Nawadi, which basically means the place of the House of Flowers. Now, when the Teotihuacan Empire began to crumble around 600 to 650 AD, that's when this place came to power. A lot of the different tribes came here, the Olmecs, Tolmecs, and several of the others, and it really became their commercial center of power for about 300 years, 250 to 300 years, from about 650 AD to about 900 AD. It, however, remained a place of activity for most of those groups that I mentioned till about 1200 AD. So this site is about 2,500 acres in size. You could probably wander around this site in, what do you think, half an hour, 45 minutes?
Yeah, I thought it was a lot more spread out from the pictures that we had seen online. I mean, it's definitely worth coming here, and every time we come to places like this, I always think, wow, you know, I'm walking on footsteps from how long ago in ancient times, and what was it like? You know, I just kind of picture in my head what life was like for them back then, and it's just kind of a cool thing to be able to walk those same grounds, I think, on those archaeological sites.
Imagine yourself, you know, 1400 years ago, if you could transport yourself backwards, what this site looked like back then, and all of the activities that were going on here. The sightseeing around here is just beautiful. It overlooks the valley. It's a pretty good site. There are a lot of buildings or things that were once buildings.
A lot of structures.
To look at, a lot of structures. But really, it's all pretty compact. Once you get here, though, the bus drops you off at the museum entrance. Well, there's actually a short road that you have to walk down that we photographed earlier. You buy your tickets there. There's a nice museum with several nice artifacts that we photographed. And then from there, you have to walk back out and then up the road a little bit.
So when he says out the road, he means where the entrance was, where the bus let us off. You walk up that way a little bit, and then across the street is the entrance, and that's where you hand him your ticket. And it ran us 80 pesos each.
Yeah.
Right?
For-
So $4.
For both things, for the museum and entrance to this
Right.
part of the park.
Right.
And you do need your ticket that you got from the museum to get into this park. There's someone down there at not really a gate, but
The
it's just
entrance.
a large, like palapa area where he takes your ticket. Another word of advice, bring water, because there aren't any concessions up here whatsoever.
So anyhow, I wanted to take some pictures from above and show you. Hopefully this GoPro will do a good picture, a good idea, a good image to show you. And then there's the lake out there, and some mountains and some green pasture over there. And some steps over here, but they don't allow you to go up them. This is also blocked off right here. I feel like something just bit my arm too. Ouch. So, this is pretty awesome, I gotta say. And there's Mark. So I wanted to show you this. There's a little monument right here, and as you can see, it's kind of like a little moat with no water around it. And then as I turn around right here, there's another set of steps. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. No, 6 steps. And another 6 steps on the other side. Interesting, huh? You wonder what they were thinking back then, what this was all about. A safety net? So they had to go through that, and then a moat, and maybe there was crocodiles in there. All right, so Mark and I are back in. We're back in town, and I tell you what, this is our first meal, and it's what time, honey?
It is
What time?
6:09.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. This is our first meal because we went to the archaeological site today, so we didn't eat before. Drank water though. Anyhow, we're back at our favorite restaurant again, La Universal, and then we've got the mariachi band that's over here playing music. And it's funny because the other day they charged a Mexican table
60 pesos.
60 pesos. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you were going to charge us 100.
100 pesos because we're Americana. So we said no gracias. And Mark ordered look at this beer, I'll show you. That's huge.
Now, to
Anyhow,
be honest, I haven't been drinking all of that.
I have had some, and you know, the only time I like drinking beer, cold beer, is like with pizza, or if I'm really hot, like when Mark and I used to do garden work. Oh my gosh, I could have a cerveza and chug one down. That's about the only time I could do that when it's hot outside. So anyhow, I'm helping him finish this because it's how many ounces? 1.2 liters. 1.2 liters. And Mark said it's Victoria and it's a dark beer, but it's actually pretty good. I'm usually not a beer drinker. So anyhow, I just ordered rice and beans and tortillas because the last 2 days my stomach has been upset, it's been bothering me. So I haven't had any alcohol yesterday and it was bothering me again without the alcohol. So I just figured I'll have a little bit of this cerveza and rice and beans and tortillas and I should be good to go. Mark got the squatto again, the fish, but cooked a different way. So we'll see what that looks like when we get it. Anyhow, so that's it from Cuernavaca, Mexico. So Mark and I, we check out tomorrow. We leave at 11. So that's it. See you later. Adios.
My final thought on Cuernavaca, I loved it there. The people were fantastic, as they are in pretty much every Mexican town we've been to, but very helpful, very welcoming. The plazas there were just beautiful beyond belief, as were the buildings and the streets. Like I said, I think in a previous video, we're probably going to be back there at least 2 more times.
Might be a possibility to move to.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, when our lease is up in December. Possibly, it's on the list.
Right, yeah, we liked it that much.
Yeah, and I actually loved the Zocalo with the birds chirping all over. That was like my favorite. I loved that.
Paulette, I sleep in a little later than Paulette does, so she's talked about if we did live there, to go there in the mornings and just look at her Kindle and listen to the birds sing in the Zocalo. It really was a beautiful place.
Yeah, it was. And the surrounding, I mean, you could sit in the other park area too, right across the street, and that was just as nice.
Yeah.
And I could have breakfast there in the morning while you're still sleeping.
All right, what do you think? What impressed you most about it?
It reminded me, and I think I said this in the video, it did remind me like of Spain and Portugal with the narrow streets and stuff like that. I really liked that a lot. Everything was just kind of right there in the historical area. The streets are one-way streets, and they are the same here in Morelia too.
Yeah.
A lot of them are one-way streets once you get on the main one. I don't know, I just really liked it, and nothing wrong with having a change of pace. Morelia was where we said we were going to start, and that's what we did. So I figure, a year here, and then we're going to visit some other places and put that on our list, and then kind of take it from there, right?
Yeah.
And then we could always come back to Morelia if it really spoke to our heart after visiting these other places, I think. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. So,
yeah.
And that's one of the freedoms of renting, is that you can do that,
But don't collect too much crap.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't collect too much, because since we've been here, I've collected some things, and we had like a 1 full carload driving here from California. Now, I think we're going to have maybe two
or
and a half.
3, yeah. Possibly.
I think some of the stuff though that we brought will be gone by then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's not a big deal.
All right. So that is a wrap on our 3 Cuernavaca videos. Again, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
If you like what we're doing, please subscribe. Click the bell. You'll be notified every time a new video comes out. And from us to you, thank you.
Adios.